Okay, first of all is introduction. What is economic? Okay. Our group title is first of all is introduction. What is economic? Economic is basically the social science that studies the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. Economics focuses on the behavior and interactions of economic agents and how the economics works. First of all, Imam Al-Ghazali is one of the most well-known Islamic thinkers in the world West. However, not many of his works are written in his inner tough English. The work of Imam Al-Ghazali has, however, not many of his works are written in his inner tough English. The work of Imam Al-Ghazali has contributed greatly to the economy. It is the responsibility of Islamic economists to bring contributions of prominent Islamic thinkers in the past for party information profession.
Background of Imam Al-Ghazali. His real name is Abu Hamid Muhammad bin Muhammad and was born in 450 Hijrah in Tus Khorasan in northeast Persia. His father Muhammad bin Muhammad died in poverty and left his brother and Al-Ghazali to the care of a Sufi, which is a Muslim of ascetic and mystic. His father entrusts one of his friends with education for his two sons Al-Ghazali and his brother Ahmad. The friend undertook that task until the money bequeathed by the father ran out. Imam Al-Ghazali was also known as Hujatul. As for his education, he began his elementary education at age 7. He studied Arabic, Persian, Al-Quran and the principle of religion. He went to the intermediate and higher level at the madrasa, where he studied fiqh, tafsir and hadith. At the age of 15, Al-Ghazali moved to Jordan. He went there to study fiqh under Imam Al-Ismaili. He also went to Nishapur to study fiqh, kalam and some philosophy under Imam Al-Juwayni. Al-Ghazali joined the court of a powerful vizier, a high official in some Muslim countries by Nizam al-Mulk. At this court, Imam Al-Ghazali was given a title of brilliance of the religions and the eminence among the religious leaders. He was given the title of most prestigious and most challenging professorate at the time by Nizam al-Mulk. During the last few years of his life, Al-Ghazali established a school for the teaching of Islamic principle as contained in the Sharia. He lived till his death in 1111 century.
About the contribution of Al-Ghazali in the economy. Al-Ghazali's contribution to the economy is through his work entitled The Revival of Sciences, Al-Adil. This work has been used as a reference in the Islamic economy. In this work, Al-Ghazali focuses on ethical economic welfare based on monotheism. Al-Ghazali has introduced a Sharia-based concept that encompasses all human activities, including economy, which is maslahah that will promote the social well-being of the people. In other words, all human activity must be viewed a way to achieve the goal, enhancing of individual and social well-being. There are three aspects of maslahah are discussed in the form of hierarchy, such as necessity, daruriyah, needs, hajiyah, and complementariness, tahsiniyah. Lastly, Al-Ghazali economic philosophy is closely related to the ethics of the Quran and the Sunnah. In the Maslahah concept, Al-Ghazali is more concerned with ethics in the mixed economy, not just relevant for the Islamic perspective. That's all. Thank you.
So I would like to bring you guys the theory of economy by Imam Al-Ghazali. So in this video, I would like to mention to you guys the 4 theory that we have found in his book or any monumental works. So we go to the first one, which is the concept of money. Imam Al-Ghazali has stated the concept of money in his famous monumental work, which is Ihya Ulum Ad-Din, that defines the money as the item or object that serves as the mean to get the other item or object. And there's a few issues that relates to the concept of money, which is the first one is the prohibition of hoarding money. As we know, in Islamic concept, the money is the public body that has a significant role in the economy in this world. And according to Al-Ghazali, the basic reason why there is a prohibition of hoarding cash is because that kind of action could eliminate the inherent function of money. The second issue was the problem of usury. In simple terms, riba is addition or add-on of the amount to the capital, the principal capital obtained by way of vanity. And the third issue was the buying and the selling currencies. This is because during the transaction selling and buying currencies, there might be incurred of riba. Okay. The second theory was a social welfare function. Okay. In Al-Ghazali books, which is Ma'arij al-Quds fi Ma'arij Ma'rifah al-Nafs, it is stated that the needs of human life consists of three, which is the primary need, daruriyah, the secondary, hajat, and the third one, the luxurious necessity, that tahsiniyat. Al-Ghazali also expressed that the main purpose of application Sharia is a matter of religious or religion life, thoughts, lineage, and wealth is concerned with the economy problem. Al-Ghazali was the first Muslim scholars that formulate the concept of social welfare function. That is stated by some scholars of the researchers. Okay, the third theory was demand, supply, prices, and profit. Okay, according to Al-Ghazali, he is explicitly acknowledged the mutuality in economic exchange that requires specialization and division of labor and resources areas. He realized that exchange of good or trading activity adds value to goods trade because they can make the goods reach to where it needs to be at the right time and the places. He once presented a detailed explanation of the role of trading activity and the emergence of the market price movement according to the force demand and supply. And well, he was known as an expert in Sufism. And from all Al-Ghazali views, market is a part of natural order. So we have come to the last theory, which is the taxes. Okay, based on Imam Al-Ghazali thoughts, if the condition of the state or any country that needs of soldier to guard and protect them from any kind of threats, while the treasury of the state was not enough, then the government has the right to collect taxes from the people who can afford to pay. Imam Al-Ghazali had also explained the various sources of income after reviewing the two sides, which the budget in terms of revenue and expenditure side or spending. He stated that the sources of income follow the Islamic rules that allow, such as zakat, wakaf, sadaqah of the Muslim, and the jizya from non-Muslim, which have protection from the state. So these income sources are not just following the needs and habits of society, but must be obtained in which legal and lawful manner. So that is why the taxes is being allowed. So there's all the theory of economy from Imam Al-Ghazali that we have found. So thank you.
Issues that related to the Imam Al-Ghazali in economic framework is inadequacy of subsistence living
Based on his Islamic perception, Imam Al-Ghazali is critical of those people who often, because of their confusion of halal and haram. According to the Sharia, economic activity should be confined to the execution of merely a subsistence level of living. Al-Ghazali insists that subsistence living could not be accepted as the norm for the society. He does suggest that some may make this choice of their own volition. It should be noted, furthermore, that while arguing against subsistence living, Al-Ghazali does not encourage excessive execution of material things, surely not much more than what he called kifayah. However, Al-Ghazali suggests that any income over the above of kifayah may be surrendered rather than being accepted for expenditure on the poor. Perhaps such as position is reminiscent of Al-Ghazali association with Sufism, a philosophy which almost advocated voluntary poverty and the life of ascetic, there to the poor and providing for the progeny for the future as among the Sharia mandate goal of economic pursuit.
So, another current issue that's been going in Malaysia recently was panic buying during COVID-19 may leads to rising up the price of the goods. Even though the government has stated that most of people are allowed to go anywhere to buy anything, to buy any essential goods at the market or shop, but most of people are not aware about it and getting scared. This has made the supply of the goods become shortage suddenly, and most of the goods such as chicken, meat and any essential goods prices going to rise up. According to Imam Al-Ghazali thought, which is supply and demand theory, he has explained that whenever there are more supply and less demand, the price of the goods will become cheap and vice versa. So the company or any business should aware about what will happen during lockdown, during movement control order (MCO) that has been announced by the government to maintain the supply of and the demand of the goods in the market.
Moving on to the next current issue. The current issue nowadays, there are still many people who save money in the anticipation that they might need money for future. This related to hoarding of money. For example, a rational person might save money so that he could invest in good house or invest in education of their kids in future. Saving money means cutting unnecessary costs in present, now, so that their future is secured. Al-Ghazali opposes the hoarding of money and the practice of riba. All this act eventually will cause money to deviate from the main purpose of money, which, according to Al-Ghazali and some other scholars, Allah created money to serve as a measure of value and to encourage that exchange of goods and items. In the Islamic concept, money is the public body that has a significant role in the economy. Therefore, when the money withdrawn from circulation would lose an important function. For that reason, the practice of hoarding money is strictly prohibited in Islam because instability will affect the economy of a society. According to Al-Ghazali, the basic reason of prohibition of hoarding cash because such action will eliminate the inherent function of money. As mentioned, the purpose is to make money circulating in the community as a means of transaction and not to be monopolized by certain groups. In fact, the worst impact of the practice of hoarding money is inflation.
So for the conclusion, Abu Hamid Al-Ghazali is truly among the most prominent pioneers in economic thought. While he built on the inherited knowledge available to him within the framework of Islamic ethos to be sure, Al-Ghazali left behind a rich legacy of economic thought upon which, through the transference of his original and translated manuscript and those of others, To medieval Europe, much more could be built upon that structure. Undoubtedly, that has been the case in many areas of human endeavors and including economics. So that's all from us. Thank you.